Hello, dear viewers. Another week, another episode of bad behavior allegations leveled against a sports personality, rather. Portuguese and Juventus winger Cristiano Ronaldo is fighting allegations of sexual misconduct in the US. Ronaldo has been accused of rape by Kathryn Mayorga, who says the player assaulted her in Las Vegas in the year 2009. Ronaldo has denied the accusation, and it remains to be seen whether he's going to be found guilty or not. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo's case, rather, is one of the many cases of sports personalities caught in bad behavior and personal conduct, and on and off the pitch and tracks. That leads to the question: have we had such cases of immoral conduct from sports greats in the continent? The answer is a lot. And another question would be, what exactly is it that causes this sort of behavior, and how might we prevent it in future? Now, human behavior experts believe that majority of players cannot always be relied upon to discipline themselves. In late August, Kenyan athlete Asbel Kiprop was exposed on social media with photos and video recordings of him having intimate relations with his friend's wife. It doesn't affect athletes only. Coaches and team managers have previously been implicated in scandals. 4 years ago, Uganda's parliament opened a probe into an alleged sex abuse of elite female runners from the national team by a top coach. It was reported that female runners were subjected to sexual harassment and abuse while participating in a training camp as they prepared for Africa cross-country championship back in the year 2014. Now, the immorality goes to other issues like drug abuse, doping, and violent behavior. But what triggers these undignified behavior, rather? It's hard to know, and the reasons also vary from one athlete to the other. Here's an excerpt from an article by Ken Jones, a veteran sports writer for the Independent newspaper in the UK, and it reads: now, the attitude of professional sportsmen generally is shaped by the fact that they are men playing a boys' game. It is a world of relentless mickey-taking and juvenile pranks. The principal topics of the conversation in the dressing rooms are money and sex. Players who read books are viewed with deep suspicion. Now, Ken Jones also quotes huge salaries and superiority complex as another reason that triggers poor conduct by the sportsmen. He also argues that many of these elite footballers and athletes are thrust into national spotlight and international spotlight while still teenagers and given boatloads of money at an unsafe age. But on the other hand, today sports stars are living not merely in a bubble, but rather in a state of constant surveillance, filmed on mobile phones, stories for the front pages of newspapers, as well as the back misadventures in million inboxes and timelines before those newspapers can even publish these stories. If it happens, we will hear about it within hours. Wayward sports stars are often criticized for being terrible role models. They are expected to display an unimpeachable morality. Fair or not fair? That's something that they should understand. Ultimately, it's their responsibility to adjust their public conduct accordingly. So when you hear these stories, be upset, be disappointed, but don't be too shocked. Of course, it's a broad subject, and we cannot capture everything in this 5-minute segment. So I'll see you next time.